Hi, my name is Dean Norton. I'm the Director of Horticulture here at Mount Vernon, and behind me is a pecan tree that is slated to be removed in the near future. This beautiful tree stands 145 feet tall with a trunk circumference of just over 16 feet. Using photographic records, we can kind of date the tree to being planted around 1860. It has an interesting history. In 1924, a cyclone blew through the estate, and in 15 minutes, 200 trees lay flat and blew this tree out of kilter by about 15 degrees to the southeast. It was cabled soon after the storm and was brought up to the point where its lean is about 5 degrees today. There used to be two pecans to the south of the mansion. They were kind of Mount Vernon's own natural twin towers, but Hurricane Isabel hit in 2004 and damaged a second tree to the point that it was structurally unsafe and had to be removed. It was a big job. It required a huge crane in 3 days to get the tree on the ground. The problem with this tree is its location. When you're evaluating a tree for possible removal, the first factor you look at is the potential target. And in this case, it happens to be George Washington's home. Some staff stand on this side of the house and during a storm watch the pecan's branches sway and blow in the wind, and oftentimes in a violent fashion. This pecan dwarfs the mansion in size, and we have been discussing its removal for years. One of the more poignant points was made by someone who cares and loves this tree more than most, one of our professional arborists. During one of the annual inspections up near the top of the tree, looking down on the mansion, he looked at the other arborists. He said, "You know, people don't come here to look at this tree." And no more powerful statement could be made. Simply put, if this tree were to fall, there's no guarantee that it won't hit the house, destroying the historic structure and all the precious artifacts within. And simply put, Mount Vernon cannot take that chance. Washington's love of trees and nature was expressed at an early age. During a surveying trip in the Ohio River Valley, he wrote in his journal at the age of 16 that about 4 miles higher up we rode to the most beautiful grove of sugar trees, and for the best part of the day we admired the beauty of the trees and the richness of the land. And that love of trees is carried on to today, to the proprietors of Mount Vernon and Mount Vernon Ladies Association of the Union. They loved their trees so much that in the early 1900s they sought the best tree person they possibly could and acquired the services of Charles Sprague Sargent, who was a renowned tree expert and also the head of Harvard's own Arnold Arboretum. He wrote in a 1926 report that no trees planted by man have the human interest of the Mount Vernon trees. They belong to the nation and are one of its precious possessions. The Mount Vernon trees are special, and believe me, removing this tree was a difficult decision and sad. But it also was a no-brainer. I'm going to so miss this magnificent tree, but I'm confident in the knowledge that there are still many historic and original trees on this property that from this day forward are going to receive the best horticultural and arboricultural care imaginable.